These men have a common thread, and that is white nationalists. We have starters of the Fascist Party, the Nazi Party, promoters of white nationalism, the Proud Boys. We have Mr. Mussolini, Mr. Franco, Mr. Hitler, and America's very own Donald Trump. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Do Your Homework. This morning, not going to keep you very long. Just going to give you some information for consideration that's based on some events that have taken place over the last couple of weeks, over the last couple of months. Going right into it, we got a gentleman by the name of Benito Mussolini. Then another gentleman by the name of Francisco Franco. Then we have another gentleman by the name of Adolf Hitler. And then we have another gentleman by the name of Donald Trump. Now, what do these gentlemen have in common? I'm about to give you a little information on the first three gentlemen, and then make an analysis of Mr. Donald Trump's character how it relates to these gentlemen. So we're going to start off with Mr. Benito Mussolini. He was an Italian politician and a journalist who founded and led the National Fascist Party. Moving on, we got Mr. Francisco Franco. He was a Spanish general who led a nationalist forces in overthrowing the Second Spanish Republic during the Spanish Civil War. So there we have Mr. Adolf Hitler. A lot of people are familiar with Mr. Hitler, the German chancellor, who was the leader of the Nazi Party. Now, we got Donald J. Trump, 45th President of the United States, who have followers and supporters that are part of the Nazi Party, who is directly related to Adolf Hitler. Then we also have Mr. Mussolini, who has said that he was a politician and he led a nationalist group who not led them, but he founded, well, I guess he was the leader of a nationalist group. Possibly, we're going to say nationalists, but when we hear nationalists in the United States, we think of white nationalists. And then there's Mr. Franco, who was a nationalist as well. So, how does Donald Trump tie into these things, with these gentlemen? Simple. The philosophy and ideologies that these gentlemen promoted in their time has manifested at the executive level of the United States government. Mr. Trump didn't get as far as these gentlemen, yet it can be perceived if he could have maneuvered and operated and got on a level as these gentlemen, he would have done it proudly. We got the insurrection, the gathering of white nationalists, Nazis, neo-Nazis, new Nazis, possibly skinhead, Proud Boys, and other white nationalist groups that vamped down on Washington, D.C., desecrated the United States Capitol on account that they had got a battery put in their back and they were fueled by the rhetoric of the 45th President of the United States. One more thing before I go to the next topic, and that is that Mussolini, Franco, Hitler, and Donald Trump are white nationalists. And this is for so-called black people, people of other nationalities that have been oppressed because of nationalist ideas. When you support Donald Trump for whatever your reason is, at the end of the day, you're supporting a white supremacist and white nationalist ideology. And if you're okay with that, that's cool, because that's your choice. But I just want to make sure when we go through this thing meticulously and unpackage what's going on and the state of consciousness that you're being led by or making yourself an alliance with, you're making yourself an alliance with a white nationalist agenda. Moving forward, touchy topic here, and that is that over the last few months, something has happened in America, and it is the exposure of fake Christians. I said it, fake Christians. What is a fake Christian? A fake Christian is somebody that say that they believe in Jesus and they love the Christ and they love the teachings of the biblical teachings and they love, the righteous way, and then they are a part of a racist movement. They have no compassion towards their fellow human being, and they have let indoctrination of their forefathers and other information to download information on their mindset that actually blinds them of the ways and the teachings of the biblical text or just morals and principles of human relationship. If you are a white supremacist, you are not a Christian only by saying it out of your mouth, because your behavior and your hatred towards your fellow human being doesn't line up with these teachings. Also, that has been exposed, false prophets. Many of these false prophets have come from the evangelical false prophet for profit movement. I don't even have to say their names. You're seeing them on the television over the last month, heard them on the radio, making false prophecies, lying on God, saying that they had visions and dreams, and their visions and dreams were actually of their father, the devil. Why? Because they were lies, they did not manifest, and what they have done is retracted and tried to justify, their predictions of fallacy, falsehood. And so many people have been drinking the juice from the political and religious arenas, dealing with certain individuals, that they still is hanging on to the lies and the deception and the falsehood of these organizations and operations. Do your homework. Check your heart. Don't just listen to the pastor or the politician or whoever you have idolized unconsciously in your mind. Do your homework. Seek out love and truth. Seek out compassion for others, and you will find compassion for others actually give you compassion for yourself. Fake Christians. Okay. Another topic. Fake Americans. You fake Americans talking about you down for the Constitution and you doing this and you about the ways of the forefathers, so forth and so on, but you participated in the insurrection. You participated in the desecrating of the United States Capitol. Why? Because you are American. No, you are an American. Let me say that again. You are an American. Clan like Ku Klux Klan, that's the American clan that you are, because you're not an American. You have been deceived. You have been misled, led amok by your forefathers, by the lies that they indoctrinated in your minds and your hearts, by the philosophies and ideologies of eugenics, by the practice of slavery and oppression of people on the planet. And, you know, I'm going to speak on one other thing. I was talking to one of my buddies and the media was talking about, you know, people in the media, y'all just as terrible on account that they say, man, that this is not the American way, that the resolutions are to be made peacefully. Well, tell that to the people in Japan that got bombed so many years ago. Tell that to the people in Vietnam that got ran down on. Tell that to the people in Korea and Afghanistan and these other places. I know that there were situations that came about that you didn't come to an agreement, but don't sit here and pump out in the media to the American people that the peaceful resolution is the only way, and you have not practiced it yourself. You're hypocrites, you're liars, you're deceivers, you're manipulators for profit and gain and occupation of the whole planet under the banner of a new world order. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, do your homework. I bring you this message in love. And I bring you this message in peace. And I bring you this message out of the sincerity of my heart. And anything that I have said that is in error, I am willing to be fact-checked and brought up to a better paradigm of thought within these areas. With that, peace and goodwill to all mankind. Praise him that raised him.